So I will remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey.
With this on one tree, just the beginning. In a week, I have to harvest 2 times. The local doesn't produce much. You see one flower here, you see one here, you see one here, you see one here. Just looking at the stage, the thing has even reached with this kind of things. Even one line alone can even be.
So guys, welcome to the channel. You know you can never prepare your okra soup without adding garden eggs, especially PC with some garden eggs too. You know what I mean. So we are going to dive into the world of eggplant farming. My name is Kekeli Michael. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the like button.
My name is Agbechomo Success, popularly known as crop doctor. I do vegetables like garden egg, okra, tomatoes, etc. Currently, I'm doing garden egg.
Okay. Yes. On your own?
Yes, on my own.
Okay. Let's talk about the garden egg. When it comes, is it an easy crop to grow?
Okay, garden egg is one of the most difficult production. But if you know how to go according to it, or if you have the heart to handle it, it will be easy for you.
Okay.
Yes.
So today we are here to learn.
Right now we are at the fruiting stage.
Okay.
Yes, we are at the fruiting stage. Fruits are coming, flowers are coming, pollinations are also going on.
Can you tell us, when it comes to eggplant production, what climate and soil conditions are ideal for garden eggs?
Okay, garden egg like a moist environment or moist soil. So normally we like well-drained soil like loam, sandy loam.
How long does it take to plant up to harvest?
Mostly garden eggs nursery have to take 6 weeks on the bed at the nursery site.
Okay.
It have to take 6 weeks. But that one to depend on the variety that you are doing. When you are doing local, you don't have a problem. You can leave it for the 6 weeks to come. But if you are doing hybrid, you can start by 1 month or 3 weeks planting. Yes.
Okay. So let's go step by step.
Okay.
How do you select quality seeds, or which variety are you using?
Okay. In garden egg production, everybody and then what they like. But sometimes the market also likes something. But mostly if we want to follow the market people, we might not make the money we want. Assuming you do local have to grow to some point or some level before the flowers start to come. And then even if the flowers start to come, there will be a flower abortion that will go on serious. That you have to use chemicals and some things to control it before it will become normal. But the variety you are watching right now is Jamba variety.
Okay.
This one, they said the market don't like it, but I do my survey, and then in getting my customers, they said they like this variety. They like the Jamba.
Okay.
So I decided to go into Jamba production as my seed selection. Because let's say I've done the local before, which didn't, I mean, I harvested, but that's not what I expected. That's not what I expected. So with this one, I'm very cool with this one.
When it comes to land preparation, what's the best practice?
Concerning land preparation, you know, garden egg like any kind of land preparation. Let's say garden egg particular, like any kind of land preparation. So in land preparation, you can decide to, let's say this forest here, you can decide to clear it. You clear it, you pack, you burn it, then you can plant. That's one way. And then the other way too, you can decide to clear finish, or you can decide to remove the stumps. Once you remove the stumps, that's where you use your tractor to plow.
Okay.
So after plowing, you don't need to do harrow again.
Okay.
Because it's garden egg. So you just have to go straight forward and do your planting. But what I'm using here right now, is zero tillage.
Okay. So walk us through how you started to the stage you are right now.
Okay. First of all, I started by selecting my seed. After I select my seed, I got my land, and then my land has been cleared. After it has been cleared, because I don't want to nurse before clearing the land, the nursery might overgrow on the bed. So they started clearing the land to some point before I do my nursery. So by the time the nursery will be ready, by 1 month time, the land preparation is also ready for planting. So that's how I go according to my production. So after transplanting, let's take it 1 month. But after 1 month, you start your planting. Like I said, you can decide to start your planting from 1 month. So by the time the 1 week will come, then you might be done with your planting. So after planting, you have to wait for 2 weeks. The reason why you have to wait for 2 weeks is that, garden egg is not like other crops. It's not like tomatoes that by 4 days it has germinated or it has peaked at each permanent place. Garden eggs take 15 days to stand, because after planting you go see that anytime you come, they are sleeping. Anytime you come, they are sleeping. So the reason why they are not standing on the point or at once is that the root is very hard. The root is very hard, so it takes time for that root to germinate and hold the ground.
Okay.
That's why you face that challenges. So if you don't have heart, you can't do garden egg.
Within that 2 weeks, is there any treatment, any chemical
Yes,
application, anyone?
within that 2 weeks, you have to start fertilizer application within that 2 weeks. But before then, before the 2 weeks will come, you have to start with your foliar fertilizer added with pesticide. In garden egg production, pesticide is the most important one in garden egg production, because there are some insects that normally worry the flowers. So you have to make sure that you use the right pesticide or strong pesticide for your application.
What did you use?
For me, I use Golan, I use Viper, I use Leopard. Yes, those are the strong ones. Sometimes I use Dean. And those ones, they control the caterpillars, at the same time the thrips and those things. They control all those things.
So you use all these 4 at once?
No.
How? What is the routine or the protocol?
The protocol is the 7 days after 7 days.
Okay.
So let's say they started spraying yesterday. So yesterday we were using Viper.
Okay.
So as they use the Viper, the next 7 days they have to change it to another one.
Okay.
Another pesticide.
Okay.
The next 7 days you have to change it to another pesticide, because when you are using one pesticide for a very long time, they will be addicted to that one. So anytime you spray, they will not even hear again. So they'll just be chopping your flowers.
Yeah, and your leaves.
Yes.
When do you spray when do you apply your fertilizer, and the foliar fertilizer, which one are you using?
The foliar fertilizer I use first, as I started, I use Super Grow to start.
Okay.
But as the flowers start to come, you have to divert it to another foliar fertilizer like Polyfeed.
Okay.
Polyfeed, Harvest More, then Fruit Master. You have to divert it to any of these, or potassium.
Okay.
Yes, you have to divert it to those ones.
I want to be specific to what you are doing.
Okay.
So after the 2 weeks, what fertilizer did you apply? I want it in that order.
Okay. So after the first 2 weeks, you have to do your first fertilizer application. You have to start your first fertilizer application, which is the NPK 5015.
Okay.
The NPK 5015. Any kind of NPK with any brand at all that you feel to use, you can use it to do your first fertilizer application.
Are you putting it in a knapsack in a solution form, or you are just giving them the granular way?
You
Your
have to
own.
go according to
Okay.
your measurement
Okay.
of the granular fertilizer.
Okay.
So a drum will contain 250 liters of water.
Okay.
So you have to measure the NPK 10.25, 10.45.
Kg.
Yes,
Okay.
10.45 kg into the 250 liters of water.
Okay.
So after that, you have to stir it, dilute it very well. Then you now use the, normally we use, because my farm I use measurement anytime I do application.
Okay.
I use measurement. So I now have to take the top of weedicide spray.
Okay.
The top of weedicide spray, which is 75 ml.
Okay.
So every crop must take 75 ml.
Okay.
Yes, so that some will not be growing than some will not be doing well than some.
Okay.
They all have to be uniform, unless there's gap filling some places. That's where you see that some are bigger than some.
So after the fertigation, what next?
So after the fertigation, you have to wait for the next 3 weeks for you to do the second fertilizer application.
Okay.
But before then, whilst you wait for the 3 weeks to come, you know the first fertilizer application that you give, sometimes it might be that it's raining too much.
Okay.
Or the fertilizer is not effective.
Okay.
So you have to get your pesticide again, then your foliar fertilizer like Fruit Master, Harvest More, calcium, any one at all that you like. You can get any one of them, and then you'll be mixing with the pesticide to be spraying every 7 days till the 3 weeks to come, for you to do the main fertilizer application again. So in giving that main fertilizer application by that 3 weeks, you will still use, that time you are going to use two types of fertilizers. That time you are going to use two types of fertilizers, which is the NPK and ammonia.
Okay.
I normally use ammonia. People normally use urea. But urea is one of the most wicked fertilizer in farming. If you don't know it, you will think they said it boosts yield, but if you don't know, it will affect your crop. So I use NPK and ammonia for my second fertilizer application. So with that, I will still use my measurement 10.45 10.45 of NPK 5015. Then I will measure 5.45 for the ammonia. Yes, I will use 5.45 for the ammonia. So you now have to dilute it and pour inside your 250 liters of water in the drum. You have to maintain your 75 measurement that you give for the first time. You have to maintain that same measurement for the second one. So after mixing inside the drum, you will now fetch inside the bucket, then use your 75 ml to be pouring under the plant. And you have to make sure that it's full. And then each and every plant have to take the 75 ml so that the growth rate will be normal. Personally, I sold one bag 1,000, 1,200, 900, 800. So after that, you still continue with your agronomic practices, the spraying again with the foliar fertilizer, including
What
with
about weed control?
Yes.
How many times would you control weed inside?
I mean, the weed control, you can do it anytime at all. As soon as the weeds are growing, you have to find a way of controlling them. Either you use hoe to hoe inside, or use cutlass to weed inside, or you use chemical to spray inside. Anyone depend on you,
What
the
did
farmer.
you do?
For the first place, I use hoe to hoe inside.
Okay.
So that the plant can get some.
At what stage did you use the hoe?
After the 2 weeks.
After the 2 weeks of transplanting?
Yes, after the 2 weeks of transplanting. And then for me, I normally make sure that I give the first fertilizer before I start the weed control with the hoe.
Okay.
The reason being is that, after you weed the place finish and you give the fertilizer, the grass normally come more. So when you give the fertilizer first before start the weed control, it even control it better than weeding it first before giving the fertilizer.
Okay.
Yes.
So after that, when do you do the next one again?
After that, any moment at all that the weeds has come, you can control with anything that you want to use, either herbicide or any kind of application that you want to do to kill the weed. But that one to with a stage. At the youngest stage, when you use the chemicals, you might end up of killing your crops. So using the application to control the weeds at some point, you have to consider the height or the growth rate of the plant too.
Okay.
Yes. Like my production you are seeing right now, the stage it has reached right now, we can use any kind of application under because it has raised up.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How many months are this right now?
These are 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Yes.
Okay.
2.5 months.
So after the second fertilization, you continue with your spraying and
Yes.
stuff. Then what again?
You continue with your spraying. If it is not raining, you have to continue with your irrigation too.
Okay.
You have to continue with your irrigation, your weeding, your pesticide application mixed with the foliar fertilizer. And then at a certain point too, when you see that there's a nutrient deficiency, then you have to also give your fertilizer again. You have to also give your fertilizer again to improve your yield.
Okay. You made mention that it's 2.5 months after transplanting, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes, 2.5 months.
after transplanting?
Yes.
Which suggests that you started in a dry season.
I tell you.
Is it irrigated or?
Irrigation.
Tell me about the irrigation. What type of irrigation are you using?
Okay. For me, per se, in garden egg production, garden egg is a crop that attracts a lot of pests. Yes, so anytime it needs water to splash on it. Yes, it needs water to splash on it. We have a lot of irrigation system that you can use. We have the drip, we have the drip, we have the rain hose, we have the sprinklers, we have overhead. But I prefer the overhead irrigation because the garden egg also has a taproot which needs a lot of water to perform its function. Yes, so I normally use the overhead irrigation. That's a normal way or manual way of watering. Yes.
So let's come to the calculation, because the reason why you started the nursery at that particular month, and why specific the dry season one?
Okay, let me put it this way. In farming, let's say concerning when you come to Ghana, in farming in Ghana, most of the farmers depend on only the rain. Only few people have irrigation or machines that they use for their farms. So during the rainy season, a lot of people go into the production. Garden egg, tomatoes, a whole lot of things. People go into the production for that time. So there will be a lot of abundance of produce in the market. So when you start at or when you follow your timetable and you start to enter the dry season, it's more profitable than start or doing it in the rainy season. The rainy season is also profitable, but what you put inside, if you don't know, you can't get it. Sometimes, we have natural disasters that also disturb our farms.
Okay.
It might also happen like that natural disaster has come to your farm.
So you want to produce when no one is producing?
Yes, I want to produce when fewer people are producing.
Okay. And let's check that calendar. Which month was that?
Okay, you can start your nursery. We are in October.
No, I want you to start with how you started.
Okay,
Using your.
I started
Mm,
the nursery. That was I think 18th July.
okay.
Yes, 18th July. But that was not the appropriate time I have to do it.
Okay.
I have to start August.
Okay.
Yes, I have to start August. But I start my own 18th
Okay.
July.
Okay.
Because I want to get some small rain before
Mm,
I enter the dry.
okay. So we are right now in October
Yes,
10th.
yes.
When are you doing your first harvest?
The first harvest have to be done today,
Today.
but the customer said Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Would the garden eggs still be in good condition?
Oh yes, it will be in a good
They will not
condition.
overgrow.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Garden egg is not like any other crop. Let's say it's
Okra.
not like okra, tomatoes.
Mm,
Whether it takes time to become red too.
okay.
When it overgrow, it takes time to become red. It
Okay.
doesn't just take one time a day to become red. It takes a couple of days to become red,
Okay.
depending on your weather condition at the area.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the cost. The cost of the production. Can you run us through?
Okay. Garden egg production is less is less
Expensive.
expensive.
Okay.
But nature can turn you down. Like my own like this, nature has turned me down
Okay.
because the time I have do my nursery, it have to be raining,
Okay.
but it didn't rain,
Okay.
so I have to use irrigation, which costs me a lot of fuel. Depending on the number of acres or the longness of the land,
Okay.
it costs me a lot of fuel, watering the whole place before planting. After planting too, you have to come and shower every 3 days on it, every 3 days. So that one also cost me a lot of money there.
So let's go through the cost.
Okay, so the cost goes like this. Let's say getting your seed, you can decide to get your seed from local farmers, depending on the variety that you want
No,
to
we
grow.
are using your farm, so let's use your farm.
Okay, so in my farm I use Jamba.
Okay.
I
How
use
much?
Jamba F1.
How much was one?
It was 470 Ghana cedis.
And how many did you get?
I bought 2 cans
Okay.
of the 50 grams,
Okay.
and I bought 3 sachets of the 5 grams. Yes, I bought 3 sachets of the 5
How much
grams.
is the sachet?
35 Ghana cedis.
35 Ghana cedis. So
Yes.
viewers, you can be doing the maths for us. So after that, you did the nursery. I did the nursery there. You yourself, you do everything.
Yeah. The next way I did it myself.
Okay.
Uh,
So let's take out the clearing of the land because people are different places, how they rent land. And so after that, what about the irrigation?
okay, so after that, for me per se, I have my machine.
Okay.
So I didn't go and buy any machine.
How much does the machine cost now? I know 2,000 you can get a machine.
Yes, you can get 2,000, but I'm using a diesel pump,
Okay.
which is big.
Okay.
So I bought it 8,000.
8,000.
Yes,
Okay.
by now it will be around 10,000 there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What about the pipes?
So the pipes, I bought one 75 Ghana cedis, and I bought 25.
25 pipes.
Yeah, 25 pieces.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the design? Does it go inside like this or it goes straight?
It goes inside like this.
Okay.
It goes inside like this.
Okay. 25 pieces.
Of pipes, PVC pipes.
It covers the whole land.
Not really, but I started with a 3 inches hole,
Okay.
hose,
Okay.
the flexible hose.
Okay.
I started with a 50 yards. Yes, I started with 50 yards from the riverside with some 3 inches pipes because I'm using 4 inches machine.
Okay.
I should have used the 4 inches pipes or 4 inches items, but I reduced to 3 inches.
Okay.
So I connect 3 inches pipes from the beginning, and I reduced it to 3 inches
Okay.
with a flexible tube. So the tube has come to the mouth of the farm.
Okay.
So from there, I started using the PVC pipes in the farm.
Okay. Okay. So when it stops there, you'll be removing the hose to other places.
Yes.
Okay.
Assuming I started the irrigation from the down there, and then I want to go inside. I have to use a kerf.
Okay.
I have a joint that I've done that have to fit into the alley.
Okay.
So when I use the kerf, it normally passes through the alley directly. So after I finish watering that side, I have to remove the whole set back forward.
Okay.
And move it forward straight again. Then I connect my pipes again to come forward before I kerf it inside the farm again. That's how I normally do the irrigation. And that type of irrigation to require 2 people. You have to be 2.
Okay.
One person will be doing the watering, one person will stand on the tin, and then the other person will be fixing the pipe and then removing it for you.
Okay. How many days did you spray? Like, what was the watering routine? Sorry.
Okay. If you are lucky, and then you are getting rain, maybe in a week you get rain like once or twice. It's good you water, maybe you don't even water again. But if there is no rain, you have to water every 3 days. You have to water every 3 days, because this one, it has a tap root.
Okay.
So if the tap root hit the hard floor, you see that the leaves has changed, it will change color like the nutrient deficiency. So it needs more water. That's why it's very difficult to do it in the dry season. Very, very difficult.
How much were you spending on fuel in each watering?
Okay.
I'll be 10 cities there, you go catch.
Oh, it is 10 cedis a pass. Because in a week, I have to buy fuel like 400 cedis.
400 cities.
Yeah, that's the yellow gallon. I have to buy one in a week.
Okay.
So before, in a week I water like 2 times.
Okay.
Yes, in a week I water 2 times. If there's rain, no. If there's no rain, then I water. Okay. So in a week I have to use that one jerrycan, the yellow one. Okay. So the next week too, I have to use. Depending on the type of machine you are using, either petrol or diesel. Okay. For me, I'm using diesel. So sometimes it favor me. Okay. The consumption
is slow.
Yeah, it favor me sometimes.
Okay. How many hours do you water?
If I'm there myself to water, okay, I can water like 2 hours. Okay. Yes. But if I'm not there, the boys, I don't know how they water it. Maybe they run fast. Okay. But for me, I know how this thing needs water. Okay. So I have to take my time and water it very well.
Okay. So the cost of the watering alone can sum up to how much?
Okay. When you started at the right time, it can favor you on the way. Let's say maybe you might get one or rain. So let me summarize the fuel side. The fuel side like this, let's take it. It can cost you not just at the end of the production. Maybe alongside the way, it can cost you like 3,000. That's the normal average. Okay. It can cost you like 3,000. Maybe that 3,000, by the time the 3,000 will be reached, the farm will be producing on its own. Okay. Yes.
Then you start. Okay. See. So far you have spent like how much?
So far what I've spent here, including the chemicals that I bought, fuel, and then planting, laborers, weeding inside, it will be around 3,000 to 4,000. Okay. Yes. I do the calculation, it's around 4,000 something, but I added something. Okay. Which that one I have to take off that. Okay. It's a weeding process. I have to take off that. Okay. But concerning the production itself, it's around 3,000 to 4,000.
Okay. The labor, how do you pay them? Is it
okay? Laborers, when they come to weed in the farm, they measure 12 by 12 square. Okay. So 12 by 12 square is 70 Ghana cedis. One. Okay. It's 70 Ghana cedis. And then 12, and then getting 1 acre, you have to measure 12 by 12 square 9. That will make you 1 acre farmer.
So how many squares are here?
10 to 12.
Okay. Okay.
10 to 12. But there will be some small something on it.
Okay. I can see you have replanted small ones inside.
Yes. Okay. So with that one too, I planted in a hot weather. Okay. So some of them has died. Okay. So I need to do what? I need to do replacement or gap filling. Okay. I need to fill their places with another seedlings again. That's why you could see that some of them are small, some of them are fruiting.
Okay. Now let's talk about how much is a bag selling right now? How do you people sell the garden eggs?
Okay, we sell it in a bag, in a number 4 sack. You know, there's some sacks that you see that they wrote on it number 4.
Okay.
So with that, we harvest that one with some small head on it.
Okay.
And that's how we normally bag garden eggs.
And how much is it selling?
And currently the price is, currently we have 2 types.
Okay.
Because the old one that they have planted from June, July there, some are there.
Okay.
So as they might get rain, they will produce. So right now, those ones, a bag is 400 cedis.
Okay.
And then the fresh one, like my own right now, is 500 cedis to 600 cedis. Yes.
Okay. When it comes to garden eggs on an acre, let's say when you start harvesting, your first harvest, how many bags can you get?
Okay. For that one to depend on the variety you have done.
Okay.
Well, let me bring you to my own like this.
Okay.
My own that I've done is a very good variety.
Okay.
So in any crop or in any production that you do, the first harvest, you will not get it plenty.
Okay.
Yes. Because that time, some has come, some didn't come.
Yeah, I can see that.
So with that, maybe you might get 1 bag.
Okay.
Or even a basket. Normally the locals, they don't get plenty. But with this one, after harvesting or going through everything, you can get 1 bag. So the next one, you see that it has increased. The small ones that are on it, they will also grow bigger. So the next one, it will increase, and it follows like that.
I can see they are in clusters. Like you see the first set, then another one at the top. So when you are harvesting, how would the harvesting be like?
Okay, with this particular variety,
this one like this. See the way.
Okay.
See how it's plenty.
You know, in harvesting this one, let's say concerning this particular variety, we normally use knife to harvest it.
Okay.
Because of the clusters. Yes. So if you don't have knife to do it, it will delay you.
Okay.
Because when you pull it like this, when you pull one like this, all the clusters will come out.
Okay.
The small ones, the medium ones, they will all come out. Okay. So with this one, you have to take your time. You have to take your time, put your hand there, and flip that one on the next on the cluster. Okay. You have to flip it with the cup.
So with this one, how many are you removing? Because they all look big.
So with this one, I will remove. This one I will remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey. With this, with this one, I remove 5 on one tree. Just the beginning. I remove 5
on a plant.
Yes. Even some are even more than that.
See the way they top planting.
Some are even more than that.
Okay.
Yes.
So after this harvest, how many days time will you come and harvest again?
I will harvest. Let's take it in a week. I have to harvest 2 times.
In a week, 2 times.
Yes. Maybe if I harvest this Sunday.
So when you reach the peak of the harvest, which is normally maybe the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yes.
Or when?
The peak harvest will be the 3rd going.
The 3rd going.
Yes.
How many bags can you get on just one harvest?
Okay. If things go on well.
Let's use the local that you did.
The local there. The local there. Your peak harvesting can start from 3rd or 4th, depending on the number of acres you have done.
Okay. Because
the local doesn't produce much. You see one flower here, you see one here, you see one here, see one here. Okay.
So how many bags can you get on an acre?
Let's talk about the local or this one.
Okay, let's use the local and this one too.
Okay, the local, at the end of the harvest, that one to depend on the number of acres you have done. Let's use 1 acre. So 1 acre at the end of the harvest, you can get like 30 to 40 bags. 30 to 40 bags. Yes. Okay. At the end of the harvest. Okay. That's the average. It might be more. Okay. Depending on your treatment, you are giving the plant and your irrigation. How you do your irrigation.
What about this variety?
Oh, This variety, this one, the second harvest alone, I can even get 15 bags on the spot. I can get 15 bags to 10 bags on the spot
Okay.
from second harvest to third harvest going.
Okay.
Yes, because just looking at the stage, the thing has even reached with this kind of things. It's not easy.
Okay.
Even one line alone can even give you one
One
one,
bag.
one,
One line be one
one
bag.
bag. You see, so
Oh, okay. I now get it. I forgot to ask you. I realized that the spacing in between is very, very wide.
yes,
Is this how it's supposed to be done, or
yes,
you? Okay.
this is how it's supposed to be done. You know, garden eggs, the more it grows, the more it gets branches.
Okay.
The more it grows, the more it gets branches. So you have to give it a space so that these branches can also go like this.
Okay.
This one also can also come like this.
Okay.
So this place, if this place is not able to go, it's not a problem because there's a space here already.
For it to go.
So all the branches will come like this. So all the space can cover.
Okay.
So with the spacing,
What measurement did you use?
I use 120 centimeter
Okay.
in between like this, and on the line I use 1 meter.
Okay.
Use 1 meter. That's the normal way of planting it.
With this one, can you intercrop?
Yes, you can intercrop, but
You will not advise.
people do it like that. But with this particular thing, it's not going to end right now.
Okay.
Uh,
What's the lifespan?
the garden egg at the whole process can even take you to 1 year.
Really?
Yes, depending on the treatment you are giving it.
Okay.
It can take you to 1 year because the more you water, you give your fertilizer, you do your foliar fertilizer, your pesticide, the more it also gives more fresh leaves for you to produce fruits.
Okay.
But averagely, it can averagely from harvesting to your endpoint, it can take you like 6 to 7 months. Yes, average.
Okay. Tell us. You see, the what's nice about your crop is that see the leaves. No, you can't see any spot. Oh, unlike if you go to Okra, you see, say the creep, whether it be worm or they chop the leaves inside.
Okay, so in farming, you see, like I always say, or getting a right variety doesn't guarantee you of a successful farmer. Yes, you can have the right variety, all right, but if you don't know it, you don't know it. Yes, you might say, they say this variety is good, let me go and get it. You lie. There are some things you have to consider as you get your right variety.
Okay.
Yes, you have to do crop management, pesticide management.
Okay.
Those two things. Assuming I'm not doing my crop management, my spraying, everything, when you reach here, you can see that the farm will be some way. Even the plants cry, it will not look nice.
We are left with weed management because I can see here.
Yes, the weeds, they are stubborn. You know, this boko they are stubborn. So they are still controlling them.
Charlie, on my farm, I don't know which we decided.
It's not
This
easy.
one. Unless who?
Yes, even whole cry. So if you die,
You go
if the
come
thing die,
again.
the thing will just germinate again. You see, so
240.
242 is not good. In vegetable farm, we don't use 240.
Okay.
So it's just a normal way, or gramazole. Or gramazole.
Wouldn't it affect the
Oh no, the gramazole like this, it has fertilizer inside. But that one too, you are not going to use to spray on the plants.
Okay.
You have a nozzle that is like this.
Yeah.
That you have to bend it down to spray just the grass under.
Okay.
And that one too, you have to do it early in the morning when there's no wind, nothing is blowing.
Okay.
If you are doing it and you see that the wind has started to blow,
You stop.
then you have to stop.
Now let's talk about the risks and the challenges you have faced so far. What are some of the challenges you faced that you nearly stopped?
Oh, for me, as a crop doctor, challenges, I didn't face any challenge here. I didn't face any challenge at all. I didn't face any challenge here.
Okay.
From nursery to transplanting, I didn't face any challenge because I have all the capacity, all the equipment to do everything.
Okay.
So my crop too didn't worry me because I do nursery treatment very well.
Okay.
So I didn't have any problem.
What are some of the risks involved in growing eggplant?
Okay, the risk in growing eggplant is very less. It's very less because you know it's a tree crop.
Okay.
The moment you plant and you give your fet, you are good to go. Unless before you get a risk, unless you are not doing your crop management or you are not doing your agronomic practices. That's why you involve in those kind of challenges. Maybe you might see dumping off here, you see plant dying over there, you see this one doing over there. But as you see, none of my plants has even gone waste. You see that they are all inside.
Yeah.
So I've made sure that I do my crop management very well, and then do my spraying on time, my fertilizer application on time, everything on time to keep my crop alive. Yes, but the risk is very low. The risk is very low.
Compared to cabbage.
Oh boy, this one, this one is far better than cabbage. From my own experience and my own
The Kumasi, yes.
yes, you see, and my own observation, this one is far better than cabbage. Yes, because cabbage, if you don't take care, you not even like even buy one seed in a store that I want to do farming again. But this one, it will even encourage you to do more.
Okay.
Yes, depending on the process that you pass, it will even encourage you to do more. Because me like this, even though I know what I'm doing, I can decide to do cabbage, I can decide to do tomatoes, I can decide to do everything at all. But I like this one.
Why do you like this one?
This one, whatever you put inside, you get times 3 or times 4 or times 5.
Okay.
Yes, let's take it example. We are selling a bag now, 600 cedis, or let's take it 500 cedis.
Okay.
And 500 cedis, and then I come to farm from the down there to the top, and I harvest like 10 bags.
Okay.
And I harvest 10 bags. Just calculate and see. A bag is 500 cedis. So 500 cedis times 5 or times 10.
That's 5,000.
You see? So even if I put in 4,000, just one harvest, I get that money. Just one harvest, I get even what I even put inside.
Okay.
So that one will even ginger me to even do more. But cabbage, when you put, you can put 10,000 inside. If you don't take care, you don't even get 2,000. So this one is far better than cabbage.
If I compare this one to okra.
Okay, this one and okra move. Yes, this one and okra move.
Because you are going to prepare okra.
Because right now, let's do this example and calculation. A basket of okra now is 450.
Okay.
Or 500 cedis, or let's say 400 cedis.
Okay.
And then 3 of that basket will flop or will go into one sack. So just imagine, you sell, if you didn't sell at okra, you have to sell that bag 1,200.
Okay.
You see, for just one bag.
Okay.
So assuming you have 1 acre of okra, and you harvest maybe 2 bags, 3 bags a day, and then me too, I'm harvesting my own 10 bags, 15 bags. You see that the comparison is smashing.
Yeah.
So this one and okra, they are the same. They are moving together. When okra price come down, this one also come down.
Okay.
If let's say okra, a basket is 200 cedis, this one have to come like 300 cedis. So this one and okra, they are in line when you talk about pricing. Because okra you harvest 3 days.
Okay.
And then okra to you plant, flower will come. This one flower will come.
Okay.
Every 3 days you harvest. This one too, in a week you harvest 2 times.
Okay.
So these 2 things, they are flower crops.
Okay.
So they produce fresh flowers every day and then produce grown fruit every day. As compared to cabbage, when you plant one, you harvest one.
Is it because they use it for okra soup? So when the price of okra falls, that one too falls.
Oh, no, I mean, these two crops, people like doing them mostly.
Okay.
Because sorry to say, no crop is profitable, but these two things,
They move together.
They move together, and it's very, very helpful.
Okay.
In terms of making your money quick, and then not wasting money on it. These two things are very good.
Okay. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the probability that you can lose your investment? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest.
This thing, you can't lose your investment. Frankly speaking, you can't lose your investment. Because looking at this thing alone, let me take you to this side. Looking at this one alone, you can see that all these ones that they are turning to fruit. Just look at these things. You see, the small ones are also turning to fruit.
Okay.
So assuming I put in 5,000 or 6,000, and then even the price is if the price is 400 cedis, and I came and I'm able to harvest like 15 bags, 16 bags, I will get that my investment money on the go. And I still continue doing the harvesting. You see, so this one, you can't lose your investment unless natural disaster. Okay. Unless natural disaster, or you, the farmer, you didn't do your agronomic practices
well,
and then not using the right tools and then the right chemicals for the work.
Okay.
Okay. That's where you might say you lose or you didn't gain.
Let's talk about marketing.
Okay.
How is the marketing like?
Okay.
To someone who is now starting, how did you get your?
Okay, I might say in marketing or before starting some production, you have to do your marketing before you start. Like this particular variety like this, oh, they are saying, oh, the market don't like it. So if the market don't like it, I should go and do the local and lose. No. So you have to do your market far away.
Okay.
Don't depend on your local market here. You have to do your market far away before going into the production. You see, so with that, I have a pages that I market I have WhatsApp platform, I have YouTube, I have social media. I have all my account there. So I need to market myself at those places. And then people that I know physical too, I need to market with them. So with that, it makes it easy for me in doing the production.
Okay. So how did you get that particular customer?
So the customers that I have right now, actually, when I produce, I normally sell to them.
Okay.
I have one at Ebri, which is a Sesi farm goods. Yes. And then I have one too at this place, Asasawa here, which is also a local farmer. So if a local marketer, so when the produce is small, then I need to push it to her. If it is plenty, then I move to a Ebri woman because it's large. Okay. For her, she take a large quantity. Okay. She did in vegetable selling and those kind of things. Okay. Yes. So that's how I market myself through physical appearance, social media, and then sometimes too I do announcements on radio stations. Okay.
You know everything. There are hidden information. Well, what is that secret that actually you say that is the magic?
Okay. You know, it's not everybody that you ask and.
Master, I know. Sharing. You see, it's not a competition. We are all feeding Ghana.
You see, one secret about the farming is that as you start your agronomic practices at the first place, you start with super agro, like I said earlier. But alongside the way, you have to change to something. You see, you have to change to calcium fertilizers. You have to change to potassium fertilizers. But when you come to the farming activity, the secret is that everybody wants to harvest the thing for a long time. So, as you want to harvest for a long time, there's one particular chemical or some particular chemical that you have to be spraying on it. That I will not mention it.
Oh, Master, I will beat you for the bush.
Yes. So, for you to keep your plant fresh, healthy, for long-lasting harvest, you have to use potassium. Use potassium to spray it. Use tan 17. Use calcium boron. These three chemicals, they are very good to keep your plant alive, healthy. They give you more fruit. they give you more yield, and they prolong the harvest, and the stick too doesn't grow old. But one thing is that these three chemicals, when you want to use them, don't mix potassium with a calcium boron. Don't mix potassium with a tan 17. Spray potassium separately. Once again, spray potassium separately. You can mix tan 17 with the calcium boron. It's a very good combination. Yes, because the calcium boron, it contains NPK. At the same time, it contains some small potassium too. At the same time, the tan also contains small potassium and small nitrogen. So when you combine these three chemicals together, it's very high. The chemical reaction is very high. That's why it's not advisable for you to mix the potassium with the two chemicals that I've earlier mentioned. Yes.
That is the secret.
So that's the secret.
How do you spray them?
You spray them late in the evening.
Late in the evening.
Yes, because the potassium like this, you normally spray on the leaf. So if you don't know, you spray it in the morning, and the sun is very harsh. It can burn the leaf.
In the specific instructions on the bottle, or there's a measurement?
Yes, there's a measurement on the bottle, instruction on the bottle that you have to follow.
So that's the secret.
Yes.
Okay.
And then your water, you have to be doing your water consistently. Your spraying, like I said, your spraying is very important. Water spray is very important.
Okay.
In the weed control.
On a general, how much do you estimate that after the whole production you can get on?
Okay. And the whole, let me put it in an average way, because for me, I normally calculate my things low.
Okay.
So that God will also send it forward.
Okay.
The more you try,
Okay.
with your effort. So in a whole, I'm looking at 50,000. Yes.
On an acre.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on my variety that I've done here.
So your 50,000 is your low. When do you expect the price of the garden egg to go up?
Actually, the prices have to go up last month.
Okay.
Yes, that was September.
Okay.
But because of the way the weather change has come, it made things change very effective. So we are hoping that by next month, the price have to go up.
Let's compare prices last year.
Yeah.
What was the lowest they sold last year?
Last year, around by this time, it was sold 700 to 800.
800.
Yes.
And the maximum?
The maximum continued to 1,800. That's March.
March.
Yes.
1,800.
Yes.
For a bag.
For a bag.
Ooh.
For a bag. Me personally, I sold one bag 1,000, 1,200, 900, 800. So around March, the price is around 2,800. Yes.
Okay. So I see. So your plan is to enter the markets.
Yes.
Hey, crop doctor.
So, that's why you could see that some places are up than the
young.
top.
Yeah. You stagger them. Like I can see some of the crops are older.
Yes.
And some are the vegetative stage.
Yes.
Okay. Any last message? Any last?
Okay. So my last message to viewers that will follow us and then also learn from us. The farming right now is not easy. The farming right now is very, very expensive, and then it's very, very struggling. So my last word that I will say is that when going into the farming, don't follow the crowd. Don't follow what people are doing. Maybe people are saying this one, there's money inside, but follow what your passion will tell you. And then as a starter, going into the farming, forget your money. That's a mistake I normally have about people. Forget your money. When you consult or you call for experts, let your expert direct you, put you on the way. because that expert has been through a lot and he see what is good for you, that your money will not do what waste. So follow what your experts tell you. And as a starter, you have to do something that will make you have a feel of agriculture. Not a one-time farmer. You go and do something that will even take your money. Then you say, people say there's money in farming, but I entered. I didn't get any money because of what? Lack of advice from your experts. So that's what I would say to my viewers. Thank you.
If people want to reach you out, what social media handle, your phone number?
Okay. As you all know, I'm on the channel for a long time. And then my favorite YouTuber, Kekeli. You can also contact him and the information will get back to me. But if you want to contact myself too, I have my WhatsApp number, which is 024 8874 366. 024 8874 366. And then I have a call number, which is 053 129 6734. 053 129 6734. And then when you go to social media, YouTube, I have Farm with Ghana as my account name, Farm with Ghana. Facebook, Greenleaf Farm Ghana, because that's the name of my company.
Okay.
Greenleaf Farm Ghana. TikTok, Farm with Ghana.
Okay.
So those are my social media handles. And then myself, my farm is located at Akate, East Region. So if some people are looking at me or some people want to get in touch with me at the area, I'm at Akate, East Region. Okay. That's where I am. But with our works, we move around the country, anyhow, anywhere. Whatever you call us, we are there like that to help you.
Is it free? Do you do free consultation?
No, we don't do free consultation. We don't do free consultation. And then the consultation now is very, very expensive because things are very, very expensive now. So,
hey, you have increased the price?
Yes.
How much do you take for consultation?
Now the consultation is 800 cedis.
But
yes. And then the consultation takes 1 week, only 1 week. Yeah, so that 1 week, you have to narrate your problem to me. If I should have come to your farm, I have to come to your farm, visit your farm. Maybe if I will spend 2 days with you, that one too, you have to pay me transportation. You pay me transportation. The consult means the interest that I'm taking, it means for my life, the traveling that I will do from my place to your place, that's my life. And then the knowledge that I will come and pour for you. And then, I mean, I will put you on a correct route because my farm is quality work assured. Quality work assured. So, I mean, that's how the consultation goes now. 800 cities. If you're interested, call. If you're not, you don't want disturbance.
Okay. And you know how much they rent land here? For 600, 700. I learned this year in 700 Ghana cedis. You can easily get farmland around here with 700 Ghana cedis. Labor, I don't think so, but you can get people to come and stay here, and the rent is affordable. The living standard here is like the village setting. Hey, I saw some tilapia here like my head. They fry them. 10 cedis. But I'm in your location. Charlie, it's just nice being here, and accommodation too is affordable, but not to that standard. Charlie, the bed hard. With 60 cedis, you can spend a night here. And the people here are into fishing and the vegetable crops. Yes, that's and potato, granite, cassava. Yeah, those are the things I've seen so far. So I'll comb the town and see if I can get another video. Yeah. But on a general, I like the place. It's peaceful. you don't get the noise from the city, and the food there is cheap. Maybe I like it. So,
you know more.
See you in the next video.
Huh? Madam.
This one,
You know water the inside.
make it change the one with dry cement. So
Cement baby. Where who here?
right. Down in my head. Going I bet to
Hey, but I won't have time for my water.
Win.
Aja belum ani kalau lu apa lah no.
I know 100.
Win.
I want to waste 100. That is million.
Ada di mana?
100 me.
Orang dia fak itu.
Oh dia.
This is where I do.
We so mommy 3. I fa ba ko kan ho e.
Oh, they